Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. This one is going to be a little bit different, a little bit kooky, a little bit out there, a little bit weird. Yes, I know that's the usual thing for most of my videos, unless I do any informal ones or the newsy ones. But we're going to be doing a little crystal tier list because I wanted to do this and I thought it'd be quite fun, and I said it on a live stream and some people went, yeah, that'd be cool, let's do that. So yeah, we're doing a crystal tier list. It's not every single crystal, but at the same time, this is all the thing about like value, and as well RNG plays a part into a lot of this stuff. And I just think that this is kind of cool. So let's go over this and just do it as quickly as possible. A little bit of a crystal tier list based on several different factors. So where to begin? Okay, let's just go with a Prem crystal to begin with. Prem crystals are one of those things that at the start, they are of good nature. They seem to have good intentions, and at the same time, you can get them more frequently than others. Yes, they can drop relatively alright champions, and this is how you acquire things like max 2 stars, max 3 stars as quickly as you can, and that's of value at the latter point of the game, especially because it's a max signature and shard related acquisition effect. That's kind of good. So I put that in about a kind of a middle of the road, a kind of a C. It's not quite bad, but it's definitely not so good, but it's helpful at the beginning. There's also other crystals that have like a little bit of worth to them, but not a huge amount. And we're going to go and talk about the more spicy crystals as we progress through. So where else should we go? Well, we've got other stuff here. We've got a gold crystal. Gold crystals are relatively all right, but again, they are what they are. And if you're not kind of grinding arena, then you need to grab gold crystals as quickly as possible by the means of doing things like solo events, and there's other content that kind of gives them out quite nicely. So that's why they're kind of like at a D. They're not so spicy, but they're not so bad. The dailies. Now, the dailies, again, are a bit of a weird one because they deserve to be in the middle of the road. Why are these so much middle of the road, Rich? Well, the answer is that, again, value is down to what you get from them. The furthest time that you go down into progression, the better the stuff that comes up. And that's why, like nowadays, picking up 5 stars, picking up tier 2 alpha, picking up champions, just like value resources is really in this stuff. 6-star shards, tier 5 basics, you name it, when you get to Thronebreaker. But at very early stages, they are helpful enough. And the thing is, if I had time, I would put a lot more crystals into this, including one of my favorites, which I don't have any at the moment, but they are the Cavalier objective crystals that you get from doing some of the various different things, which is on screen right now. So the Cavalier objective crystals are actually relatively spicy. I actually quite like them. But in any case, back to the tier list, and that's going to go over the solos. So the solos are relatively all right. I think as you progress through, again, the more progression you do, the more spicier they get, especially from what you get from them. So I'm putting one of the lower solos into an E. It's not so bad, but it's not so good. And the same thing with the greater that I put into D, because again, I will go over in a second why they should be in this progression order, and why as well that the solo supreme one is actually up as a B. So why is that? Well, on screen right now, we've got those particular crystals. The solo ones, the standard solo crystal, which costs 1,000 of your shards, is okay. I think from this, the reason it's okay is that it's just got boosts, and that's it. However, though, those Awakening Gems signature stones can really help to progress rosters further, and doing solo-based grinding can help towards the acquisition of things that are going to be helpful for champions. Some champions require higher signature than others. The greater one, and the reason it is rated a bit better, is it has a little bit more spicier things in the actual crystal itself, with tier 1 alphas, lesser boosts, and as well arena boosts, which again help out towards your grind, as well as 3 and 4-star materials for things like signature stones and Awakening Gems respectively. And again, when the solo supreme version comes in, that's when you see a bit of value. I'm just going to pop open 10 for this video just to kind of like highlight that point. There's a 6-star arena boost. That's really good. Yes, we do have the 4-star signature stone crystals, but it is what it is. We've got the boosts, and then we got a 5-star signature stone crystal, as well as more boosts, more arena boosts, which are great. Like if you're looking for options of kind of going, right, I'm getting this and then investing into my arena grind, then you've got that. And I always recommend that. I think arena boosts are fantastic. I use them personally a lot more frequently with the arenas being in a scuff form as they are. And again, you could say with the likes of the Arena Boost Crystal, it kind of puts into that stage again where rather than me saying it's a C, it's kind of a D. The reason being that at times, depending on the value and the rarity that you're getting, it can be either trash or it can be good. And that's the thing. You can either get the rarer ones and find yourself getting some nice stuff. You can do the lesser ones and find that you're getting, well, 3 stars. And you're like, man, I need the 4 stars more than ever in order to really get myself through this particular grind of arena. And that's something to really point out. So again, as we kind of like go into now, what's next? Map crystals. And map crystals are good. Like, they're not ridiculously bad, but they're not ridiculously good. I think as the game develops, they will change, and they have changed in volume and what you get from them in the past. So it definitely puts them in a kind of a midway kind of stance with what you're getting from them. You know, we've got on screen now. I'll just pop open 10 for the video. Just going to see where we are. And that's all right. I formed one tier 4 class catalyst. It's not something I overly need, especially as I'm progressing forward. I definitely need those map 7s, but map 6 and as well certain ones can be either of value in order to acquire those tier 4, tier 5, well, no, tier 4 class catalysts. And yeah, in some cases as you progress through it would be tier 5, especially if you're looking at things like your map 7 crystals, and as well with what will be the map 8. Man, map 8 is going to be pretty damn fire for what players get to pick up. So that's really kind of, wow, I'm confident it's kind of middle of the road with it. Again, we're progressing on to the more spicier ones now. 4-star basics, again, I just think are one of those ones. Because we now have, and again, this isn't the correct one for it, but 4-star dual class crystals, which again are of value for players in a certain bracket. I'm not saying they're super fire, but at the same time, they are of value to players. If you need options to go, I need to acquire or have a better chance of acquiring some really good champions, then you can go for the 4-star dual class crystals, which, let's face it, are good for some players, maybe not for others. That's really the thing from it. Let's talk about spice and RNG. Grandmaster and Cavalier. So the Grandmaster, I feel, is very much C. I feel the Cavalier Crystal is very much a B. But here's the thing, these are factors of RNG. Some of these are absolute just troll markets when it comes to you going, oh, am I going to get a 6-star from a low percentage? Chances are not. So like, here's a Cavalier right now. And to give you an idea, I've done plenty over the space of the last 2 years, and I've only picked up 2 6-stars from them. And even under the new buff status of them, I didn't get that lucky, and that was from spending money on them, which, you know, now I'm kind of thinking, oh, was it actually worth it doing it? Especially because most of the time you're picking up 3 stars. So that's the disappointment. 50% to get a 3-star, 31% for a 4-star, 12 and 2.4 respectively. Yes, featured Cavalier crystals will differ on the rarity and luck, but it is what it is, and essentially it's a big RNG fest. Definitely makes me feel like I don't want to put anything into A and S. So where do the other ones go? Where do the other ones chart? Well, again, let's do some lesser spicier ones. Talk about arena crystals. And again, same principle of RNG, okay? If you have a low volume of battle chips and you want to go for the arena crystals and you want to feel like, hey, I'm going to get some units, a lot of the time I will always go with arena crystals. And I feel that's the thing. If you are a frequent spender of arena crystals, as soon as you get them, or battle chips even, then I feel that at times it definitely puts it into being a B. It's debatable whether or not, again, down to volume, because that's the same thing. You could say that Uncollected should be up here with it in order to say, right, well, you get that. But that's the iffy one, isn't it? Higher volumes either are better luck, good luck, or trash luck. So again, I think I'll put there. Thronebreaker Arena Crystals, however, I feel that are a lot lower. Reason being, you can actually get a lot more higher volume of Arena Crystals for it. If you're going for gold, and that's what you want to get, or you're doing high volume of battle chips, and I'm talking in the region of about 500k, right? Your options are either Uncollected or Thronebreaker. I'm not sure if I would go Thronebreaker, but it does give a higher volume of units. That's really the thing there. I just feel that it puts a little bit less because you're spending a bit more, but that's just the ultimate gambler's fate there of how this boils down to. So a lot of these are middle of the road, and I think so far, I think it's justified to say a lot of these are very much middle of the road crystals when it comes to luck, RNG, because that's the thing. We're very much playing the roulette wheel and gambling game as to what happens with these crystals. So these are the more spicy crystals now. The Greater Gifting Crystal, which is relatively good, I feel needs to go into the A status because you get extra stuff. There's a just more fun with it. The downside, the reason I kind of even feel that A is a bit too high is because of the 300 unit cost a piece. But then the same thing could be said for you going with a Cavalier Crystal and a feature Cavalier Crystal. So yes, maybe A is justified of keeping like that. So I will keep that there. The other crystals now go into a different status of the game. Stuff that is either fun or trollish. So 3-star, let's just quickly get rid of the 3-star one because at the end of the day, getting a 3-star is getting a 3-star. It's helpful in the earlier progression standpoint, but again, it kind of like puts it down there. We could even upgrade it and put it there, but I feel there needs to be a differentiation between having that and having that. The difficulty again with this is the step up, right? 5 stars and 6 stars. Where does this go? That's the thing. Got 5 stars, got 6 stars. The biggest issue to point out is that with 5 and 6 star crystals respectively, you again are in an RNG situation. Whether or not you like the RNG situation or not, the problem is a larger pool will either mean for some good luck or some tremendous bad luck. So again, where do we put this? 5-star basic right here. The 5-star basic, or is it going down? Is it going down? I feel with the 5-star basic, because of the larger pool and because I've seen a lot of people do them, that they are just not used quite as much. I would even go as far as to say like, okay, well, with the rarity, with the investment side of things, you could even go there or there. I kind of go, no, it's unfair to put it in F. So let's give it an E. I feel like maybe, and by the way, you can absolutely criticize what I'm doing here, but it's just a bit of fun at the end of the day. But I think with the extended pool, the same thing with 3 stars. But the problem is 3 stars, they're not the current. You'll find a point with your grind that you won't have a need for anything that's 3-star related. So 5 stars the way. But again, that's the thing. You might have something 5-star related that you invest in that's utter trash, and you're like, oh, I'm very disappointed by this. So again, we've got to go with spice. The dual class crystal is the thing that interests me one of the most. I feel that it's good enough to put itself into either of these brackets, especially with going like, okay, dual class crystal, kind of better there, but it could be S. Nexus crystals, these are good. 9 times out of 10, I will see players say that they're getting good luck from them, and this is probably why I feel that is good as being an option for S, 5-star Nexus. Again, as soon as you get a 5-star Nexus, chances are that you'll see something, at least one good thing. It's not all the time, but I just see a lot of players say to me, Rich, I have got some good stuff out of 5-star Nexuses, more than I see people saying I got trash out of them. And the same thing comes with 5-star featured, right? The 5-star featured has been improved and buffed to a degree. What the heck is that degree, Rich? That degree is based on there's buffed champions in the pool. And that is why I think that 5-star features need to go up as high as possible, because there will be less bad champions in this. Yes, there are some like odds and ends bad champions. If you've seen some, look, let's be real. If you've seen some of my openings, you'll know that I'm picking up some bad champions from time to time, and acquisition is a bit of a difficult one. Ipso facto, my last 5-star featured openings have featured me getting Invisible Woman and Deadpool X-Force multiple times. That's not a reflection on the crystal, it's just a case of like how my luck is at the moment. So that's why I think that it is good at least saying that the 5-star features an A. It gives you acquisition of champions that will be down the line buffed, and seems like it's a short-term investment but also a long-term investment into champion acquisition. Now moving on to the final 3 spicy crystals. And you could say that the class Nexus should be amongst this, but I think this is definitely a thing to say that the Nexus crystals are definitely up at the top. And then it puts into the situation of the 6-star. 6-star basic does fall underline similar to the 5-star basic when it comes to issues, problems and whatnot. And I kind of feel that is something, because of the rarity of that particular crystal, it definitely kind of charts itself about here, because let's face it, you know, I got on Unawakened Mr. Sinister the other day. Does that discourage me for opening 6 stars? Hell no. And I will be doing a 10 6-star basic crystal opening, which again is just based on the fact that I just want to acquire 10 new additions into my 6-star roster so I can have more champions for doing more arena grinding, which is again is a maybe a short-term fail for a long-term W investment, and that's something just to kind of point out. This again puts then the featured 6-star into again the status of being very much here, and so that's how it goes. Now there are some other crystals I should have done, like dark artifact crystals, but I feel that this one's a fun little kind of tier list right here. I just thought this was kind of interesting to do as a video. I've not put anything really as an F, especially as like how you kind of like quantify what that is, and maybe that's the thing that for this video I need to remove the F side of things, because it's not ridiculously bad. And if I was to kind of do this in a particular way, I would largely do it like this. I would probably put that down there. And again, why? Because there's more 5-star, there's more champions in the 5-star basic pool, and maybe okay, I'll settle on that. I'll put something in there, and that is that. And I thought this is solid, it's good, and it's really weird because I've actually created a pyramid without even realizing it. So I guess it is what it is with that one. But yeah, I just thought it was a fun little video. Hope you enjoyed it. What are your takes on this one? Would you move any of these about? I don't know if I would do this as a monthly thing, but I thought it'd just be a fun thing to do. I'll see the response and whether or not people would like to see something like this as a further series and adding more to it. So that's another thing. If you want me to do it but add more crystals to it, then we'll do that. But I just thought it's fun for a little laugh. So thanks for watching this video. Please check out some content recently posted up here, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.